I evo nas, stigli smo na konferenciju, a danas je prvi dan, idemo sada brzo unutra, kreće uskoro veliko otvaranje, biće zanimljivi gosti, biće dosta ljudi iz Ujedinjenih Arapskih Emirata, da čujemo sve te inovacije koje oni smišljaju što se tiče regulative i svega ostalog, tako da krećemo. Sam događaj je organizovan u delu grada koji se zove Festival City i ovde se stvarno puno takvih događaja dešava. Ovde možete da vidite kako je izgledalo unutra pre samog početka. Puno tu ima štandova, naravno tu je bio i VIP deo, na štandovima ste mogli sve i svašta da vidite, ali ajmo prvo na main stage.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Flag has now been planted on the moon, and we have no reason to doubt it. I would not be at all surprised to be hearing a human voice from outer space.
Welcome to Tmrw.
This phenomenal country that makes things happen called the United Arab Emirates. The reason I talk about Dubai and the United Arab Emirates, ladies and gentlemen, is because about 4 months ago, I received a phone call from a friend who said, Omar, I want to introduce you to a group of Serbian entrepreneurs who are only looking to come to Dubai to try and establish the next largest tech conference. Now, like many of these inquiries that I usually receive on a weekly basis, truly speaking, I somewhat dismissed it, didn't take it serious, because a lot of people have all these amazing dreams and ambitions, but most of the time, whenever I get these calls and inquiries, they don't tend to materialize. Well, a couple of months passed by, I received another call, and it turned out that these Serbian entrepreneurs were actually here in Dubai, and they said, we would like to meet. So I took it just a little bit more serious, and I made the time to meet these guys. A few weeks passed by, we met again, and at that point I was told that, listen, we've booked the venue, and we're actually gonna make this happen. Now, I need to say for my part that I underestimated these guys, and it was only at that point that I did my due diligence, and I started to check up a little bit more on who are these guys exactly, and what is the Tmrw Conference. And that is when I realized that the Tmrw Conference last year was the largest across Europe with nearly 10,000 attendees. And these entrepreneurs finally made their way here to Dubai. So the first thing I want to do is I want to thank this amazing city and amazing country for supporting this initiative, for supporting these types of conferences where we actually come together and we set the proper foundation for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, before we kick off, I want to take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you again. And I want to ask you a quick question, and I really hope that you can help me out with a very nice, loud yes. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to kick off this 3-day Tmrw Conference? Let's get a yes, please.
Blockchain industry. The idea was actually to expand, to see which areas we want to connect natively with Europe. And we decided that naturally Middle East would be the perfect area for that. So this is why we decided to go with Dubai.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a true honor. Please help me welcome to the stage with a warm round of applause, Dr. Marwan El-Zaroni. Dr. Marwan, welcome to the Tmrw Conference.
Thank you.
The stage is yours, sir.
Thank you. First of all, welcome everyone to Dubai. We are truly standing in a time whereas everybody has their eyes on Dubai. Dubai is becoming not the tomorrow conference, but the tomorrow city. And where else but Dubai is the best place, and now is the best time to host this kind of conference. So I would like to thank first and foremost Zoran for bringing this amazing conference to Dubai and really getting the people's attention on what we're doing here in Dubai. The UAE, or the United Arab Emirates, is the first country in the world to take huge risks and embrace new ideas that no one else in the world could dare to embrace. We are the first country in the world that has a minister of possibilities, a ministry of possibilities. Imagine that. We have, in Arabic, is actually called the Ministry of Nothing Impossible. There are a lot of ideas that could not be realized within our boxes.
17 when he actually meant 2007 for the smart government, because someone might think it's only 5-6 years ago. Actually it's 16 or 15 years ago. Everyone asks, we hear about metaverse, we talk about metaverse, and people want to touch something and feel the benefit. And many people is asking what governments can do to make this happen, or what's the role of the government when it comes to such emerging technology. And as you are aware, in the UAE, we are always thought leaders to put the future to be our goal, and we don't accept living in people's built future. We build the future and we lead. So having that said, we at the Ministry of Economy, we have been for a couple of years digitizing our services until we have reached 100% of all our services to be delivered online. So that was a building block that enabled us to actually get ready for a metaverse initiative. Before that, we all have been through the last 3 years with the COVID-19, and our ministry had around 8 customer happiness center, like physical buildings where people go and do their services. Of course, with the COVID-19 and what happened, we were forced to turn them all down. Having that said, we've noticed that we were able to still deliver all the services up to 99.3%, discuss 8 minutes of meetings. And this screen also have a feature, as you can see, you can go full screen. So once there is something presented, we click on that button and the entire screen just becomes something like Teams or Google Meet or whatever. So at the same time, people get to service the same way you will be serviced in a normal customer happiness center, but it's more digital, it's more friendly. You can be from your mobile, you can do it from your laptops, and we are launching soon the immersive version. So you can be in any of your VRs, you can literally walk through it, and we also divided our metaverse to allow like a wall, which is, we call it the knowledge wall, and that wall keeps on changing every couple of weeks or months based on what's happening in the economy, and it's more like you can walk there. The nice thing is, if you noticed a while ago, I don't know if you were watching it a while ago, when you can see there are seating areas and there is a circle around it in blue. That means anyone can go in there, and if they sit beside each other, they can talk. You cannot enter our metaverse if you don't have your digital identity authenticated. And how to do that? Through UAE Pass. And this is the first metaverse also in the country that uses UAE Pass to authenticate people's entrance. So in other words, we know who you are, because this is exactly equal to you coming to our physical ministry. So when you come to our physical ministry, we know who you are. Coming to our metaverse, we also know who you are. Because once knowing you logged in with your UAE Pass, it's common sense for you to behave, because we know who you are actually. So that's what you get. You get a hologram of the minister. We have a couple of ministers. We have 2 at the moment. So it depends which room or which floor you are in. The metaverse will come tell you the quote of the week. And this is the real avatar of the minister. And this is actually the minister voice.
Vidjeli ste tu jedan deo samih predavanja, po meni jako zanimljiv ovaj deo na početku. Tu su također bili i drugi gosti, razni gosti iz Evrope i tako dalje. Konkretno ovdje se radilo o Web3 prezentaciji, dakle kako će izgledati Web3. Malo ovdje je bilo priče i o hype ciklusima i svemu tome, ali glavni deo ove prezentacije jeste bio Metaverse, koji je meni i dalje potpuno čudan i nejasan. Još uvek čekamo neku baš normalnu primjenu, ali vidit ćemo. Evo delić atmosfere kako izgleda, svi sa svima pričaju, ljudi vam generalno tako prilaze i pitaju a šta vi radite i tako dalje. Stvaraju se kontakti i to je generalno najbitnija stvar na ovim konferencijama. Trenutno inače pauza za ručak i tada se to sad da kažemo ljudi ovako okupljaju. Imate naravno ove booths i tu može svašta isto da se vidi. Pored main stage-a imali ste ove druge panele, AI, chat GPT je bio ogromna tema konkretno ovde. Dakle, stvarno puno prezentacija je bilo vezano za to, pa čak i kada prezentacija nije možda bila konkretno vezana za tu temu, dosta ljudi je postavljalo upravo ta pitanja. Uglavnom kako da povežu recimo biznis sa chat GPT-em, kako da ga najbolje iskoriste i tako dalje. Inače, Ivan Zeljković, koji verovatno ga znate iz kviza ko želi da bude milioner, jel te, je ovde bio voditelj i vodio je ove panele. Pored toga, bilo je tu nekih igara, konkretno 2142 je bila jedna od glavnih igara koja je predstavljena ovde. Naravno, na kraju treba podsjetiti da je novi festival u Beogradu u maju i ukoliko imam kod, a verovatno ću imati, bit će vam napisan dole za popust na karte. Pored svega što smo vidjeli u Dubaju, ovo je bila jedna jako zanimljiva prodavnica. Radi se o NFT shopu, gde ste bukvalno fizički mogli da uđete u prodavnicu koja se nalazi u Emirates Mallu i mogli ste da kupite bilo koji NFT. Dakle, postoje ovi ekrani preko kojih možete sve to da platite, možete naravno i karticom, što je vrlo interesantno. Pored toga, cela prodavnica je, da kažemo, neki koncept kako te stvari mogu izgledati. Imate primjere raznih NFT-a koje možete vidjeti uživo, možete vidjeti šta sve recimo mogu da rade ako pročitate njihov QR kod i tako dalje. Pored samih tih NFT-a imate i prava umetnička dela vezana uglavnom za NFT-e. I mnoge od ovih slika možda samo ovako izgledaju fizički, a onda kad ih pročitate kroz QR kod, sve i svašta se dešava. Tako da, vrlo zanimljiv shop, pogotovo ako ste neko ko voli NFT. Ja sam se ovde ovekovečio i potpisao za sva vremena, tako da se zna. Inače, cela prodavnica ima taj neki Apple Store vibe, tako da izgleda sveukupno jako lepo dizajnirano. Tako da to je bilo to i od ovog videa. Hvala što ste gledali, ostavite like i vidimo se u sledećem klipu.